All right, so yeah, we're gonna touch on the Steve Kerr situation. I think it's interesting, you know, in this day and age, coaches are getting fired left and right um, for less. You know, if I could be honest, for less. Um, and what intrigues me in this particular situation is you go back the last few seasons with the Warriors. Bob Myers leaves. The departure of Klay Thompson. The Jordan Poole situation, Jonathan Wiseman, Stephen Kaminga, um, a lot of organizational mishandlings. And quite frankly, you would expect your coach to be, you know, they should be able to handle those situations or keep them from becoming situations. He hasn't been good with the rookies. Any of the good rookies that they've developed, they've lost. Jordan Poole, Stephen Kaminga, James Wiseman, to name a few. Any of the current good rookies they had performing well this season, um, they just weren't good enough to get the job done. Um, Quite frankly, I'm intrigued. I want to know what you guys think about this as well. But I got to be honest, man. It's outside of my outside of and let me just say this, I am a bit biased, okay? I do have a genuine disdain for the Warriors. Um, those years with the Cavs, when they were going back and forth with them, it was it caused me a lot of stress, okay? Caused me a whole lot of stress. And granted, I do understand that Steve Kerr is a phenomenal coach. It's obvious this situation needs a change, right? If they're talking about competing for a championship, the combination of the three, right, is just not going to work anymore. It happened with Klay Thompson. It happened with Jordan Poole. It happened with Stephen Kaminga. And for whatever reason, this organization just, it's like, might I say, um, they're really slow to do the necessary thing. You know, they were really slow in the Stephen Kaminga process. If considering what they got for him, they could have just let him walk last year. They could have just let whoever wanted to pay him, pay him. I mean, um, what do you guys think?